Park Street, Part 3. Rai Didi, it is me. Please take me in. I am Putul. I'm stranded alone here. একটা ট্যাক্সিও যেতে রাজি হচ্ছে না. No taxi is willing to give me a ride. Please take me in, Rai Didi. I'm startled for seconds, shaken out of my pendant thoughts. My heart thumps loud in my chest, not the least bit prepared for this unforeseen finale to the evening. I give a silent nod to the driver. He opens the door to the cab's back seat, where I sit, huddled in a corner, my nose perched on the open window, inhaling the evening revelry of my festive city. She sits next to me in the back seat, just as she would sit in the train compartment years back. She is that shy, hesitant schoolgirl again, and we both remain silent, our minds fumbling with the proper words to start any exchange whatsoever. Didi, should I take you via BT Road, or do you want another route? She was the first one to speak. BT Road dharo bhai. I will get down at Dunlop. And then, for the first time in the car, she grabbed my hands. You are angry with me, na? You called me back there in Trinkas, and I couldn't. কতদিন পরে দেখা বলো তো? Imagine how long it's been that we met. She paused and gulped the choking silence between us. How are you, Rai Didi? She inquired with an ineffable warmth that has evaded me for long. What about that man you were with in Trinkas, who escorted you to the hotel? Wasn't he supposed to give you a ride back home? The spineless jerk? I mutter, wordless under my breath. She paused, let out a sigh, and suddenly broke open in peals of laughter. Oh, that old ox, Mr. Bajaj. His wife called him back home. There has been a family emergency, with his mother-in-law having a sudden massive stroke. He quickly ran back home. You should have seen his face, Didi, right at the moment when he was having the fun of his life. I gulped down a big lump, and it settled in my throat, awkward, painful. When had she initiated herself in this murky adult world, this point of no return? She added, as if reading my thoughts instantly. Janu, he used to come to my mother some time back, until his eyes caught a fancy for me a couple of years back. And Ma relented. Chado Didi, they are all the same, those old men. But their papered notes smell fresh and tempting. And let me tell you, those are what truly matter. She looks out at the window of the cab, forlorn, lost. I will go to visit Babu tomorrow. Let's see if I can surprise him on the first day of the new year, she suddenly says. Your father? Where is he? Don't you stay together anymore? The feeling of disbelief tickles my throat. No, Didi, not anymore. Our old house was pawned after his layoff from the factory, the toy factory. We went through some really difficult times, and relatives, as you know, they are bogus, they are of no real help. Ma had arranged for a small flat in the Dunlop area from Mr. Bajaj, and we stay there now. She takes a pause here, staring at me with the corner of her eyes. You won't really mind if I take a couple of dregs, will you? She takes out a pack of cigarettes from her bag. Babu is in a rehabilitation center near Damdam since the last 5 years. His deranged brain driving him to substance abuse and what not. The cab speeds past the mad, dizzy streets and trudges along the busy highways. Sala harami shab. She cusses, looking disdainfully at the huge traffic ahead of us. But what about you, Rai Didi? Didn't you leave Kolkata with a job quite some years back? Uh, the last time I heard about you? So you're back finally, right? And did you marry yet? She gazed at me intently, her unbridled curiosity killing me one stroke at a time. Yes, I left 5 years ago, but I have just been back. I sigh, flash an inconsequential smile, then pat her back as my parting gesture. Bhai, please stop me right here. I instruct the driver to halt in the bumpy lanes leading to my new North Kolkata home. And do drop her safely in Dunlop. ঠিক আছে? Please. I pay him the taxi fare and wave at her for one last time, looking into her questioning eyes, throwing darts at me. I cross the street and keep walking towards my empty nest. How would it have been if I had lifted the fog of secrets hovering over my life in suburban Mumbai, where I had been lured by Bhaskar, my first love, to the slippery quagmire of a bar singer's life? How would it have been if I would tell her of the endless evenings and nights when my voice had rained songs one after the other? Raat ki Chandni, as they knew me. I knew then that none of the years listening to them felt how I kept burning while offering them a plastic, unreal slice of myself. Listen, Rai, you have to abort the baby. We really have no choice than to wipe out this mistake we committed. Just give both of us a few more years to make more money. Then we might marry and have a family. Okay? Happy, baby? His calculated words, his sly, manipulative stances had carried sparklers, illuminating my pensive soul, while both of us tried in our own unique ways to climb the tightrope that leads to a glitzy yet thorny musical life. How would it have been? How would it have been if Putul knew the storm, the deluge that ripped apart the love nest I had built with him in the evening when I had to succumb to a stranger's arms inside a dingy, half-lit studio? A stranger who claimed to be an agent in the music industry, who promised to give us both our first big breaks? It's really not a big issue, you know. Certainly not worth crying. If you want this deal to be struck, Bhaskar had grabbed me from behind, kissing the nape of my neck that night, begging of me to let go. Yes, I did let go for quite a long time. I did believe a home with him would be possible at the end of this crooked journey. Once we both would find our moorings in the music industry. I did believe, you know, till the day I found him burying himself in the quagmire, choosing the easy route of an agent supplying pretty females to his so-called musical clients. It is not easy for any of us, Putul. It has not been easy being on this fiery trip, scalding from scalp to toes, yet never giving up on the chance to find the closures of our own journey. I came back to find a closure to mine. And I'm sure in a few years you will find yours as well. Taina, I knew the tracks of our lives were forged together by the battles that we had lost, the battles we might win someday.